Imagine being a cute little fish in the ocean, swimming around, until suddenly, trash, everywhere trash. What are you gonna do? Of course, clean your ocean. Let me show you how I made my game Clean Your Ocean for the Blackthornprod Game Jam in less than 7 days. Welcome, I am Valerie. The jam began with the theme being announced, which was less is more. After a nice walk with the dog, it just came to my mind. A problem being so intense, yet so invisible. I like to begin with a first result for the arts, so the game just feels more right to me. So I started by drawing some fish. I went with hand-drawn vector lines as the outlines, so I could fine-tune them after I got a shape I liked. I used the program Affinity Designer, which is a very low-price alternative to Adobe Illustrator, and it also supports drawing pixel lines, which I used for the coloring. The colors for the fish were mainly inspired by goldfish, like goldfish living in the ocean. Sure. Later I separated the parts of the fish so I can animate him in Unity. Like I said, this was my first draft. Later on, I came up with a more paper-like solution and added a paper texture to the fish and also a white outline, making him look like cut out of paper per hand. And there he is. Oh, wait, no, this is not beautiful. This is beautiful. This is my little fish. Later, I added in Unity this beautiful idle animation and this movement animation. But for the record's sake, he's swimming in place, making its cute turn animation look a little bit strange. I then quickly drawed some trash sketches and a fishing basket acting as a trash bin. This is where I placed them all into Unity and added a trash spawner script, being as simple as that. Just randomly defining the when, what, where, how fast and how spinny. With rigid bodies, a bit gravity and colliders, the fish was finally able to poke the trash. But fine-tuning the values went a bit too far. Also note how the force of the trash is applied to the fish, letting him move alone in the direction. At the moment there was no real floating behavior in the water, just more like falling down. After some different tries, I wrote a very simple floating script. Every kind of trash has a Y value where it wants to float. If this place, it slowly travels nearby, resulting in a nice floating looking behavior. So it was time to add functionality to the fishing basket. I also added a trash counter, but wasn't quite sure what the gameplay goal will be. Later on I added area effect to all the borders and into the basket to make the trash handling more easy, looking like this. The trash was just sucked into the basket. Since the main components were already ready, I began designing the environment. Again I went with pixel lines with a watercolor brush. I wanted to add a clamp with a pearl as place for the trash counter, but removed it later on. But let's look to the highlight in our ocean. Little Mr. Krabs. He just stands down there, always happy, living his life. When I went back to Unity, I realized I was still in play mode, finding this beauty. This gave me inspiration for the end screen later on. I gave Mr. Krabs some cute animations, just to make it fun to look at him. He is blinking and randomly does 1 out of 2 animations. I then went on polishing the environment and also removed the pearl, which was more like a white ball. I added some more items, placed the point counter at the fishing basket, and added some background fish. Their spawning looks similar to the trash, but they are moving to their target X position and then despawn. Oh, please, let's take a moment to appreciate this beauty. Please, tell me you recognize what it is. Of course, a toothbrush. This was also the moment where I added the paper-like look and the white borders. It really lifted up the art style. Just after a couple of days from beginning, the game was mainly done. Unfortunately, I had to wait till almost the end to receive the music and sound from my partner, resulting in me almost not uploading the game, because the deadline was 10 hours earlier than exact 7 days. I just realized it after upload, so panic came with relief. It was okay. Let's take a look in the final game. I added a little settings page to the main menu with a music and sound volume slider. And then there's this cute little how to play page explaining the story of Mr. Fish. I added 3 play modes, where normal is easy and insane is way too hard. They only differ from the random time spans, new trash spawns, and the max count of floating trash. To every trash I added the dirty looking green fumes, even though I think fumes in water is not the correct way to phrase it. On the left side you can see the bar representing the water cleanliness. The water cleans itself, but can only clean out 5 items. Whenever there are more than 5 items in the water at the same time, the water gets more dirty. Also, the background watercolor gets more green and dirty the more polluted the water gets. So, before we come to the end, let me show you a comment someone made at the game's Jam page, saying, "The end screen had a much bigger impression on me than the Game Jam game should have. Strangely depressing and uplifting at the same time." So, if you want to experience this on your own, pause the video and go ahead. The game is linked in the description. Let's take a quick look at this rare bug. Whenever the fish turns, it scales its X value, resulting in its collider being resized too. If he now collides with an item, this can happen. He carries the item at its tail. Beside the transition animation, the end screen is fully accessible and all the trash being there before stays. Remember the fish covered with trash after I forgot to hit the game? Well, this is what it got me to. There is no real goal in the game, just to give your best, because I think this is what we can do for our planet. Everyone counts. Thank you for watching.